welcome, 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 welcome to WrestleCram. This is your boy, the host with the most, but humble. And I do mean humble. D Nostradamus, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Monday to give you the hungry, happy, healthy people here at WrestleCram Monday Night Raw. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly do thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. And there's a reason why I say humble each and every part, each and every time I even start the show and whatnot. So if you want to do anything else for me, go ahead, hit the like button. Go ahead, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell. I do seven core shows each and every week. And on top of that, if you want to, go ahead, give me some comments. I try my hardest to, let y'all hang out with me or whatnot. I really try to respond to those comments or whatnot. So, also, at the end of the show, you guys, you will find out what my 2 cents is about. Hopefully, this is the coffin, the last nail in the coffin when I talk about this last subject, okay? So, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about it. Okay. Before we get into the show, I have just a little bit of my 2 cents. I got a lot of my 2 cents and a lot of this stuff, but I guarantee that there's somebody that works with data and statistics and just anything that deals with them when it comes to the audience. Now we're not talking about the shows that are not taped. We're not talking about the house shows. I'm talking about the actual live shows. And when I tell you this is the second one that the crowd just was not feeling over and over, I don't know what is going on when it comes to these crowds and them not marking or going crazy over some stuff. I thought the beginning was really good. I really did. I thought the beginning was really, really good. It was compelling. It was something that I thought that everybody was going to feel, because you had two of one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history giving their heart out. But the crowd wasn't feeling it. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, they should know that crowd was not going to do it. And this is literally the second week that we've gotten bad crowds in WWE Raw. I don't get it. It's so, if you want to do a house show over there, do a house show next time. I'm happy that we didn't get, crazy stuff that happened or whatnot, but it was just, it didn't, I don't know. And the ending made no sense. It exploded the entire show. It destroyed the whole show. The ending destroyed the entire show. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First and foremost, we got the Usos. They opened the show, of course, and they are now on the cliff of beating the New Day's 183-day reign. So they come out. Of course, the crowd is shouting Sammy, but it's so faint. Once again, it's so faint that you can barely hear it, because the crowd is just not into it. So the Usos, of course, start with Roman Reigns winning the undisputed world title defense against Logan Paul, which was a really good match. I had to watch it again. It was a good match. I just didn't like all of the extra stuff in the match. And they also the New Day, they called out the New Day and they said that it was really, they did a great job when it comes to the New Day, giving them praise or whatnot. And out comes, of course, the New Day. Once again, the New Day congratulates. The New Day congratulates the Usos on the win against the Brawling Brutes on Crown Jewel. And of course, now it is time for them to face one another to check and see who can either stop the reign or become brand new champions yet again. The Usos was giving so much praise to, of course, the New Day and what they did come from. And that's when Xavier Woods got on the mic, and he was beautiful. It was beautiful. But once again, the crowd did not see that. I hate that they didn't. Xavier got on the mic. He says that, we are the first generation of our kind to do this. Y'all have lineage all the way, until, ungodly times or whatnot, where y'all have always reigned supreme. Of course, their fathers were Rikishi. They have bloodlines throughout all over, not only WWE, but throughout WCW, all throughout the federations, even during the territory era. And they were just saying that they had to crawl, they had to scratch. I mean, remember, they were saying that the New Day was trash at one time. They called the New Day sucks. We did a lot, and when I do mean a lot, to get to where we were, it's because of us. It's not because of our names. And that's when Jimmy and Jay gets back on the mic. They're passionate. They're saying, hey, you don't know how it is, how to feel when our names the Usos, and what we had to go through, and all of the stuff that was telling us that you have to be number one. That they was pushed to be these great tag team due to the fact of their lineage or whatnot. And it was just so passionate. It was really, really good until Riddle comes out. Riddle comes out with the stupid bongos, and he talks about, does anybody want to hit my bongos? My bung or whatnot. Because, he's an ex-weed head or some bullshit. Some bullshit. But, everybody does the bongos or whatnot. Jimmy gets on the bongos. He hits it a whole bunch of times. Hey, you got to hit, and then pass or whatnot. Off of Friday. Use some, that type of crap. So Jay doesn't want to hit the bongos, and he's like, he throws them out of the way, and apparently that gives Riddle the opportunity to say, well, since it's three of y'all and it's three of us, let's have a triple threat. Now, here's the thing. I will say this. The Usos wouldn't have been mad. If I was Xavier Woods, I would have been the one that's mad. Because I was having a great promo until this fucker came and destroyed the entire promo. I'm sorry. It was really, really riveting. I enjoyed it times 12. I could care less what the fans were thinking, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. One of the best promos of 2022 to me. That's how good it was. I don't know who wrote that, but So we get the match. The match was lackluster to me. Same old, but with three people. We get a Riddle didn't know that Solo tagged in, so he got the spinning Solo, which is that beautiful rock bottom for them to win the match. So they do stand tall, but I don't see the New Day actually winning this. I'm thinking it's gonna. My prediction, is that it looks like, to me, it looks like the Viking Raiders are coming back, or one of them is coming back. I think one of them is injured, and he's on the IR for a long time. But one of them is coming back, and I think they're going to interfere with that match, having the Usos to go over that way. After that, we got a recap of course, Crown Jewel, all that stuff that happened. Also, after that, JBL comes out and he talks about, he says that he sold out a whole bunch of arenas, which he did as champion, one of the longest reigning SmackDown champions in history. And he says, which was true, he says that I sold out numerous arenas, but this trash place is not worth my time. Also, he talks about the Philadelphia Phillies, of course, losing to the Astros. Go Astros, go Astros. I have not ordered my shirt yet, but I'm going to order my shirt. I got that shirt coming pretty much soon. Shout out to the Astros. Great job. And out comes Baron Corbin. And believe it or not, his challenger was Cedric Alexander. And I was like, wow, okay, cool. We got Cedric back on the TV. I haven't seen him in a while. So they not a long match. End of days, Cedric loses. Like, wow. So you came in to job out quickly. Wow. So, but I'll talk about it after the next match. Oh, the match after. So Seth Rollins did announce that he will be doing an open challenge, and out comes Judgment Day. Judgment Day comes out, and Finn Balor brings up old stuff, which I thought was very interesting, where he said that you robbed me of my championship at one time. So I'm here to claim a new belt for myself, which is the United States title. I was like, okay. So he went back to SummerSlam, where he actually was going for the very first Universal title, and Seth Rollins did have him on the shelf for a very long time. He tore his rotator cuff right there. He was out for like a year and a half. But before that even happened, out comes the OC, and the OC says they have a Rhea problem, and now the person that they were looking for did not they didn't search them. She searched the OC, and out comes Mia M, which we haven't seen in a very long time. One of the people that was released, and she came back with a kendo stick, beating the crap, of course, out of Rhea Ripley. We get craziness in the ring. We get a beautiful Styles clash by AJ onto Dominic. They grab Dominic and they run between their with their tails between their legs, and the OC does stand supreme right now. So I'm guaranteed that what's going to happen is that we will have the OC versus Judgment Day at, of course, not SummerSlam, Survivor Series, War Games, or whatnot. War Games. I can't wait. So after that, they do get back with Seth freaking Rollins, and Seth Rollins says that, well, I had to get away from that crazy catastrophe, and the open challenge is still on. That will be the main event. So out comes Elias versus Otis. Want to give a shout out to Otis. He apparently he suffers from dyslexia, and I was just going through the my Twitter from every now and then, and he finished his very first book by himself with the help of, just him getting help with his dyslexia. So shout out to Otis. I love him so much. Otis, but this match was really quick. It was versus Elias, and Otis wins with the World's Strongest Slam. So after that, we get back to the Judgment Day, and they told him that they have 99 problems, and that's it. So they said we are still the dominant. We are still dominant. Rhea doesn't care about BAM, but it is what it is. We will see what happens later on throughout when we get back face to face with them. But while I could care less about the promo. What happens is they're walking. Bianca Belair walks in front of Rhea Ripley, and they look at each other and they walk away. I cannot wait to see this. If there's only one person I know that can take that belt off of Bianca, like realistically, it would be either Sasha or freaking Rhea Ripley. Like those two, I know for a fact would have a really great match. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Now, her and Bayley had been putting on banger after banger after banger. But it is truly time for somebody else to claim a number one contendership match over Bayley. And it has to be Rhea Ripley. It has to be Rhea Ripley. So after that, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, they get into the ring, and they're saying that everything didn't go accordingly. Of course, Bianca did win her last woman standing match. She did win that, but Damage Control retained their titles after 3 days. Why take the belts off of them to put them back on Damage Control after 3 days? So we're playing hot potato. I don't think this is Triple H's style to do hot potato. That was just really weird. I understand the Nikki Cross part, but it just didn't make any sense. So I was like, okay, I got you. Whatever. Damage Control, they said they wanted Damage Control to come out because they wanted to talk. So they come out and they wanted to, so they started talking, they started arguing, and Io Sky and Asuka are going back and forth in their native tongue, which is Japanese. And they're literally going back and forth. Everybody stops, everybody bags back, and Io Sky finally looks at her and calls her a bitch, and everybody just started fighting. The face team, which is the Bianca team, gets the upper hand, and Belair finally gets on the mic to say, we're going to finish this at War Games. We're going to finish this at War Games. But Nikki Cross comes out and hits Bianca from the back, and Damage Control comes back in, and they stand tall because they're being attacked by everybody. So it's 4 against 3. We have to see who else is going to be that fourth person for, of course, Team Bianca. So after that, Austin Theory faces another person who we haven't seen in a long time, which is Sheldon Benjamin, the gold standard. So we got that match. It was another squash match, you guys. I-Rake on the top of the rope, A-Town down, and of course Theory beats Sheldon Benjamin. So after that, we get a Miz promo, and he's just talking about, of course, the situation that happened. He says he can confidently he can confirm that the interview is completely false. It is a blatant slander job. The evidence is clearly doctored. He is one of the biggest defense I've ever seen. And also he talks about now, since all of this happened, his father, the Miz's father, actually believes Johnny over the Miz. Also, he was saying that the phones have stopped, has continued ringing. and a high level Hollywood producer wanted to tell the story and, I guess make a movie behind it or something that can help them. So he spoke with his lawyers, and they are moving with the defamation lawsuit against the WWE and Johnny Gargano. Out comes Johnny Gargano. He says that you need to go ahead and give Dexter Lumis his money. He's earned that money. He needs his money. So, and he also says that I've done something that I should have done really, really sneaky. The Hollywood producer that The Miz was recently talking about was actually a private investigator. Also, that private investigator had a hidden camera. Also, he has the footage, and they're going to show the footage. And that's when The Miz starts spilling everything out, and just putting everything that what Johnny was talking about in his investigation. Everything he was saying was absolutely true. So after that, we got a match with Johnny Gargano and The Miz. It was a decent match, I would think so. I mean, two different matches. I mean, two different wrestling styles. But I really like Johnny now. I'm starting to feel Johnny now. But it looks like The Miz was faking a abduction by, of course, Dexter Lumis to go under the ring to grab some or a long metal pole that looks like it's part of the ring to hit Johnny Gargano with it for Johnny to lose to The Miz. After the match, Dexter Lumis comes out of nowhere, hits Dexter Lumis hits The Miz with a chair, and just stares at him until security came. Dexter Lumis, this dude is a track star. Jumps over the barricade, runs to the other side, and that was the end of that. Of course, we get another promo or backstage segment with Damage Control and Nikki Cross, Dakota Kai, giving a lot of hype for Nikki Cross's match. Nikki Cross's next match, which is next against Dana Brooke, and for the 24/7 title, which I forgot even existed. I thought they got rid of that title. This match was very quick. It was so quick that we didn't even see the finish because they were talking at the commentators desk, Bailey and everybody. But we get that beautiful swinging neck breaker, and Nikki Cross wins the title. After that, the OC is talking. Well, before that, Nikki Cross is just, like she just busted a nut. She was just very happy, and she grabs the title and throws it in the trash or whatnot. And they run across, and while they're leaving, they see the OC. The OC is very happy, and they have finally their solution to Rhea Ripley. And now they say their drinks are going to be on Carl Anderson. Anderson, because Gallo says that Anderson holds the money, but Mia M says that no, it's going to be on me, you guys. We're going to have a great time. We're going to paint the town, red, because they are red and black. That's what the OC is. So after that, we get the Seth Rollins Open Challenge again. He talks about that this month would be 10 years of him being in the WWE. And he says who is going to be the challenger. Mustafa Ali is on the Titantron saying that he wants his title shot. But he gets beat up by Bobby Lashley and says that I deserve this match. I am challenging for this match. Mustafa gets up, tries to attack him again, but Bobby puts him down yet again to tell him that, yes, I am challenging for this title match. So it is Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. Apparently, Seth has turned face, and Bobby has turned complete heel. So before the bell even ran, Bobby Lashley destroyed Seth Rollins, and also throwing him through the commentator's table. Numerous of those moves where he puts him on, makes him spin. We got a lot of those. Everybody breaks it up. They send him back to the locker room. Out comes Austin Theory with the Money in the Bank suitcase. He cashes in the fucking suitcase for the United States title. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat everything I just said. Theory, who has a contract in there for any star, any title, he chooses Seth Rollins for the United States title. I don't know who wrote this, but they should be fired. They should be fired. This is horrible. Horrible. So we get the match. We get the match. Spot after spot. We got nothing but hard grappling moves. After that, we finally, Theory finally does the A-Town down on Seth Rollins. He pins. He gets to a 2. Bobby is finally out again. He grabs the ref. He grabs Theory. He beats the living crap out of Theory. He puts the Hurt Lock on Theory, throws him back to the ground, and he leaves. The referee finally gets up, gets to a 9 count. Theory runs back into the ring to get put in a curb stomp for Seth to retain the title. He retains the title, you guys. So he gets the suitcase. He gets the Money in the Bank contract. He cashes it in just to lose to a mid-carder, even though Seth has numerous titles under his belt. But he's a mid-card champion right now. Make this make sense to me. Make this make sense to me. You had a beautiful time, and Saudi Arabia is right there. Saudi Arabia was right there. Why didn't you cash it in after this colossal match between Logan Paul? You could have cashed it in right there. We could have cashed it in right there, but it didn't happen, and you cashed it in on Monday Night Raw on Seth Rollins, who is the United States champion. Make it make sense. Honestly, like, I try to stay positive. But man, this was horrible. Yes, there's a article out there saying now they don't know how to take that belt off of Roman Reigns. There's an article out there saying they don't know how to do it. They are so lost on how to take this belt off, even though you gave it to them. So we don't know. I understand that you don't know, but you have still 1 year, or almost, the year's almost up. Yes, that's true. But you still had a lot of time for Theory to have that. Cash it in on Roman. To lose, he could have lost. But you didn't do that. I'm so lost right now, it makes no sense. Y'all like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about my 2 cents, where I'm going to talk about, of course, the end, the wrap-up of the investigation again. I said that this can make it better. The closing of this investigation can make it better. Now I'm going to flip it. How can the investigation, now since speculations and rumors are out that it was one-sided anyway, how can this destroy? How can this destroy AEW with this investigation? I will talk about that Thursday, you guys. I love y'all so much. Until next time, the best is truly yet to come. Love, peace, and of course, wrestling.